7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show Fantasy Podcast Edition. We are here. It's I guess better late than never. We're only 2.5 weeks after the season's over, so no big deal. But we are going to wrap up this fantasy motocross season here. Before we get started, let's thank our sponsors. So I want to thank our sponsors for the entire year here: Premier Custom Trailers, TLR Coatings, BC Pizza, the Dirt Bike Depot, Complete Racing Solutions, Alias Sport, and JT Cycle. So thanks to all of them for coming on board for this year. Been a good year here. We've definitely had some growth in this fantasy show. We've had some growth in our fantasy league. Obviously, we're giving away some prizes and stuff. So once again, thanks everyone for playing. On the phone with me, usual co-host here, outdoor fantasy dude, because I whooped his ass in Supercross. The one, the only, original co-host, Justin. Hey, bud.
Committed. I'm just gonna say that at the beginning of every intro. Committed.
Just committed. Well, you know that uncommitted person. He's been lurking in the Instagram today for some reason. So I don't know why. But whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah, he's been doing some interactions and stuff. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, whatever.
Maybe he's just trying to get himself hyped up for Supercross. I don't know. He is Supercross only. So
I guess. Well, the track maps came out today for the first 8 rounds. So I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Did they? No,
yes.
I haven't really been on my phone too much today.
Hey, don't worry. We're going back to Phoenix there or whatever. And it is a split starting gate. You remember what happened last time we had a split starting gate?
Good Lord. So only 9 guys are actually going to go into the first turn, and the other 9 are just going to sit there on the start line.
I mean, what's the over-under? We get at least 2 false starts where only half the gates work.
I'm going on the over a lot.
So, anyway, so we're here to wrap up the season. Obviously, we're a little late on this. Sorry, the season was over, and we were all kind of burnt, and we've been talking about we had to do this, but we just haven't quite made it happen.
Life.
Life, basically. So anyway, we're here. We're doing it. Like I said, better late than never. So wrapping up the Hangtown round, I had a shitty day at Hangtown. I'm not even mad about it anymore because it's been so long, but it was outdoor season was garbage for me. I'm looking forward to Supercross because I kicked some ass in Supercross last year. So we are pumped up. We're going to have a good off season here. We're going to do some studying. We're going to fucking get some numbers going, and we're going to come out swinging for Supercross. But to wrap up my motocross season here at Hangtown, I scored 362 points.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that was not a good day for me. In the 250 class, I had Derek Kelly got me 100, so shout out Derek Kelly because the time before he completely dicked me. Mosman, 29 points. Solid, bro. Real solid. Carson Mumford, 31 points. And
solid.
My high score of the day here in the 250 class, Ty Masterpool, 6 points. It's a good day. It was a good day. Then we moved to 450s. So Christian Craig nailed me down 50 points, so that was good. Max Anstey got me 56. That's kind of eh. Justin Bogle, 64. And then good old Freddie Noren, 26 points. Now, I remember the reason this day probably wasn't the best for me here and was terrible is because this team was picked when we recorded the show on Thursday. Because we went to Redbud that weekend, so did not have. I didn't even pay attention to the race that day until after we got home. So it was a bad day for me. It was a bad day. How did you do on the final round?
Well, my day could have been better as well. I did score better than you. I did score 434 points. But it's really funny because I've noticed a pattern the last couple rounds of outdoor season we're like really close on the same line of thinking, which is funny because we always talk shit to each other about, oh, I know but it's like we really always usually have like 3 or 4 of the same dudes, and then we kind of like wander off.
Yeah.
So like 250s, I had Derek Kelly and Michael Mosman. Michael Mosman, you suck. You decided to take out Dylan Schwartz. You just garbage. But then I picked a guy that you said you would never pick again, and I'm going to butcher his name because I always do, but I'm just going to say it. Zion Ramella.
Oh,
he got me a cool 86 points. I was always hesitant to pick him because every time I was thinking about picking him and I didn't, he would barely even finish inside the points. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't pick that guy. But that day, 86 points. And then I picked the Canadian import for the weekend, Tanner Ward. Tanner was doing really well the first moto. Second moto, I don't know what happened. He got me 37. And then 450s, we also had 3 of the same guys, Christian Craig, Max Anstie, and Freddie Noren. The only difference was I had Jeremy Smith, and he got me 50 points. So, yeah, total of 434 points. And like I said, I just find it funny that how much shit we talk to each other about fantasy, and yet the last 4 or 5 rounds, we usually had about 4 or 5 of the same dudes.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, the season didn't end the way I wanted to. My goal was to get top 10, but considering at one point in the season, I was actually outside of the top 25. And I think that was after the Redbud round because I got a 0 and then a 5. And then there was one round where 2 of my 250 dudes didn't even score me double-digit points. So it wasn't bad. I definitely have always finished a lot higher than that in the points. But I think kind of like we talked about at the end of the season, the problem is it got to the point that all of the dudes that you knew that if they weren't all-stars, but they were solid and they could get you, 45 plus points, they were hurt, or it was getting to the point that a lot of top privateers just weren't showing up at the races. They would be one weekend and then they wouldn't be there the next. Like Grant Harlan, for example, he got me like 100 points 2 times I picked him, and then he only showed up to like 4 or 5 rounds. So it was one of those things where like fantasy, I think, was kind of weird this year because there was not a lot of consistency. And then obviously, like I said, we know after round 8, fucking half the top 10 in the 450 class just wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to hope that Supercross is going to go a little bit better. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Look, Supercross, I was on the box, and outdoors, I was 38th. So we had a rough time. We sustained some sort of injury between Supercross and outdoors because outdoors just didn't go good for us. We might have melted in the heat a couple of days. It was a terrible summer for us. I'm usually not I don't think I've been this bad in outdoors. Let me see here. Let me just see. So my points total for this year was 4,730 for outdoors. So let me go to MX in 2020. Let's see here. Where am I at? Oh, well, I guess I was. Oh, we were 3 rounds less. Never mind. Let me go back to 19. 20 is not a good one. Let me go back to 19 here. Let's see where we were. Well, you know what? I guess it wasn't too bad because in 2020 I was 24th overall and I had 4,219 points. So I guess I'm improving by about 500 points, but my outdoors just is not great. But indoors, we were killing it. So, like I said, we're going to take a nice off season here. We're going to get focused. We're going to really hit it hard on the stats, and we're going to come back and come out swinging for Supercross 2022.
Look, my thing is I just need to make it through all the Supercross because there was a lot of times this year with obviously, especially with the Tuesday rounds and then with like my schedule, there was times where like I didn't get picks in. And then like I told you guys, I like quit halfway in because I had missed 3 rounds in a row. And I'm like, really, what's the point of this? Because I'm literally like 700 points back and we're not even halfway into the season. So
yeah, well,
I just need to make it through all Supercross.
Next year is a normal season and I don't want any fucking excuses.
There will not be an issue. There will not be an issue next year.
When I whoop your ass, I'm officially whooping your ass, all right? I don't want to hear any excuses about I didn't get picks in, I was doing this, I was doing that. There's no excuses next year. If I whoop you, I whoop you. You're going to have to talk about my superior fantasy Supercross dominance.
Listen, Jet Lawrence fanboy, calm down.
I got my Jet championship shirt the other day. Super stoked.
Yeah, you get. Yeah, I bet you gonna wear it to Buckbash.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, you would wear it to Buckbash.
I'm gonna wear it every day of the week. All right, so we got
That's
we have some winners to announce here. As we have stated, we are doing glove box giveaway for every round for like the last 3 rounds here. No one has hit me up yet on Instagram to claim the last 2 prizes, so whatever. So anyway, for the final Hangtown round here, Bryson P04 was our winner with 609 points. Like, wow, that's an impressive score. So
That is impressive.
Bryson P04, if you are listening, man, hit me up on Instagram, DM me with your info, glove size, etc., and we will get you a set of gloves from the glove box giveaway out, and we have some stuff from Alias Sport. As long as you're in the United States, we'll send you also, and yeah, we'll get you some stuff, man. And then we have our series overall winner, which is going to win a set of, I guess now it's 2022 answer gear here. So you're going to get a jersey, pants, and probably gloves. So Cole actually won the league, which is fucking unreal.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I can't believe he won the league, but I think it's because he had like one like super ass good round, and that was pretty much it.
Well, he also doesn't. Yeah, never mind.
However, Cole cannot win the gear set, so our next in line here, the winner of the 2022 answer gear set would be MX Goat. So congrats, MX Goat, on winning a set of 2022 answer gear. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. We will get you your gear. We'll get you your options for gear. We'll get your gear ordered, and we'll get it to you, man. So
nice.
Hopefully we can get it out a little quicker than we did for Supercross. We had some issues with Supercross because, as everyone knows, supply chain is fucked right now. So I did just send the Supercross winners gear out. And of course he was in Canada too. So international shipping, everything. It was great.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was a good time.
That's nice.
Yeah. So on top of supply chain orders and having trouble even getting gear for him, I then had to, make a special trip to the post office. We couldn't drop ship it, all that crap. But anyway, doesn't matter. We'll make it happen. We'll get it to you. So like I said, MX Goat and Bryson P09, hit me up. You guys are winners here, and we will get your stuff out to you. And thanks everyone for a great season. I don't have anything else. We will be back for fantasy for 2022 with Supercross. I've got at least one idea, if not a couple of ideas, as to what we're gonna do for that, because we're gonna definitely do some stuff. We may have some number 1 plates in the works for the MX and SX champion. So that'll be a fun time. And yeah. Any parting words for you, Justin? I know this is a really short show, but we don't have a whole lot to talk about.
All I'm going to say is next show, January 6th, 2022. Pay attention for it. Yeah, I just did all that in my head. I was like, when is the first show that we're going to do? It's January 6th.
Okay, sweet.
So that'll be the first fantasy stroke. Fantasy show of 2022. Sorry, dude. It's been a long day. Yes, that is when our first fantasy show will come out, January 6th, 2022. So hope you all are listening. Maybe we'll have that third host on that show. Because even though as much as I enjoy listening to Travis talk, it is always better when you do these shows with 3 people. So that's all I really got to say. This year sucked.
Yeah, it really sucked for you. You had no good finishes. At least I was on the box for Supercross, so I got that 3rd place trophy to hold up and be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do for Supercross. Like I said, it's going to be a normal year, so we'll see what happens.
Sure. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. So
listen, man, don't hurt my self-esteem. God damn it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks again to all our sponsors. Thanks to everyone who listened. Justin, thank you for being on this podcast all year. And
for sure.
We will see everyone January 6th, 2022.
See ya.